Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. The kicker, Jake Bates, has this one on the tee. He'll run up and send this one away here at Ford Field. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. This a 2nd and 8. They run again with Dowdle. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Here's Prescott. Throwing right, and that's complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Kevontae Turpin, 70 yards. And the Cowboys march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's Goff. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Prescott going to change the play. They run here with Dowdle. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A running play, it's Dowdle. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. An audible here to get a new look. Prescott to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Lions will take over. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football, as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Goff now to throw. He's got it complete to Gibbs. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Now Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Now Goff. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. They are going for it. Goff. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Now Dak, he wants to change the play. Now Prescott. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Aleem McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop it. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now they'll audible to something else. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. Under pressure, they got him again. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away and throws incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Prescott now. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Lions will take over. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now it's Goff. He finds his man complete. It's Gibbs. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
It's a stadium so big you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. Jaden Reed to return this. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Play fake, it's Love. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. Juke the defender. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a first down.
38.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Cowboys get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Hey, kill. 47, 26.
A quick throw completed out to the left. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Reed. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. Jaden Reed, the intended target. And now they face 2nd down. Love out of the shotgun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Working quickly here. 3rd and long. Here's Love. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. Finds a seam. Left side is off to the races. Into the red zone. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers cut it to a lower point on the scoreboard. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Well, that right there, Brock, is saving all of your guys a whole lot of work. I see 10 dudes breathing easy out there, and only one of them out of breath, and he's the one holding that football in the end zone.
Are you sure about that? Because you know what I love about these moments?
What?
I love especially going back and watching them on tape and watching the big guys. Watching all those O-linemen. Certainly some are going to walk, some are going to wave, but eventually some will make their way 90 yards downfield to celebrate that one as well. Because you're right, it was one heck of a show.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. They crush him right along the 20. That is where their offense is going to take over.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, going to 53. What do you think?
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Offense up to the line fast.
At the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
What do you think?
Another carry for him. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Devontae Wyatt finishing that play off.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Hey, kill. Here we go, 46. Under. Hey, kill. 47. Hey, kill.
They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back him up. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Following the flag, it's 3rd and 7.
Yeah, here we go. Like that. Hey, 47. 47. Here we go, 47. 26.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Like that. Here we go, kill. Here we go, going to 54, What? Here we go, 47. Here we go, kill. What do you think?
They're going for it. Here's Prescott. That's cut beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, going to 54, going to 53.
That big 4th down call is how we close out our 1st quarter.
7-7.
Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They've got a 1st to begin the frame.
Here we go, 46.
1st down, here's Dak. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup.
Here we go, going to 54.
Dak now from the gun. Brought in close to the 8. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take a second quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return.
Recovered by the receiving team.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Wait, come on, set.
Love from the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10, Love trying again. That's complete to Musgrave. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They've got 1st down from the 31.
Let's go. Cut.
Throwing, Love. This is on target to Christian Watson. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Christian Watson with the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That's no good. The veteran mishits one rather surprisingly, and they leave a point after on the table. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. This, the snap that's going to take us inside the 2-minute warning.
Hey, kill. 47. Hey, kill. 26.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Cowboys with a lot of work to do to get into scoring range. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Yeah! Here we go! Let's check! 47. Gun.
Throwing again is Dak. Looking for a target. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Kill.
Prescott now on 3rd down. He's throwing deep to the left side. They connect on the deep shot. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys grow their lead just before halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys grow their lead to 8. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Trying to locate it. Oh, no, he lost it. Nixon now to return it. And he's brought down quickly right inside his own 10.
You could feel, even up in the booth, a full-on panic there for just a moment. But he did make sure it never overwhelmed him. He picks the ball back up. May have cost him some yards. Didn't cost them the possession.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Takes the handoff, now Love. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
I know I'm nitpicking a little bit here, Kate, but if they could have held off just another second before making contact, they may have driven this QB right into the end zone, and we know what that would have meant. Well, 2 points and the defense ignited.
He has the first over the middle. He gets loose down the right side. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the Marcus reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw, and without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Deron Bland has it. And the Cowboys will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down, but even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
Sweat! Go to 54, why?
1st and 10, Prescott. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. There's a 50-yard look from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewing with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. On now is McManus to kick this away. He'll take this at the 10. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Kill, kill. 47. We're going to 53. We're going 46. 26.
Prescott here from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense in the hurry-up here.
Kill, kill. Kill, kill. 47. 26.
3rd and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
We're going 46.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to bring things up. So 2nd down coming up. Here's the lone back on the handoff. He's contained at the line for no gain. Devontae Wyatt finishing that play off.
Hey, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Hey, 47. Under.
What is this nigga doing?
26.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That's cut for the first. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Moving.
GG's.